All right, welcome. Thank you for watching this video. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to attempt to make these topics easy for you. The first topic I have is rational and irrational numbers. This is pretty simple if you kind of think about the words. Let's start with rational. Rational comes from a ratio. So if you look at the first part of this word, you see the word ratio. What that means is any number derived from a ratio is a rational number. I will tell you this, most numbers you come across in mathematics are rational numbers. They're your standard everyday numbers. Now let's look at irrational. Irrational numbers are weird numbers. They don't repeat, they keep going, there's no pattern. They are weird and they are odd numbers. So let's take a look at some examples of irrational and rational. All right, let's look at the difference between them with examples. All right, your rational numbers are basically any numbers you can think of. Your counting numbers, 1, 2, 3.4, 1/2, -3, 1 million. Okay, they're any numbers that you can be derived from a ratio, and all of these can be derived from a ratio. Even 0.62, 0.75, those are all rational numbers. Doesn't matter, really, it's most of your basic numbers. Irrational numbers, the most famous irrational number is pi. Pi is the following: 3.14159265359, and it keeps going and there's no pattern. So pi is the most famous. So if you ever had a question that talks about rational, irrational numbers, you're going to have pi in it most likely. This is an irrational number. You can't form a ratio to form this number because it doesn't repeat. It just keeps going forever. Another irrational number is the square root of 2. That's defined as 1.414, and it has a bunch of numbers out here. So those are your two most famous irrational numbers. They're your weird numbers. They're numbers that don't have a pattern. They're numbers that are kind of funky looking. They don't have that same nice look that the rational numbers do. So that's the difference between rational and irrational.